Dating can be awkward, especially when talking about money. Well, I read multiple articles with sound advice from psychologists who specialize in relationships and money. I'm gonna give you tips about how to talk about money while dating, and you don't have to worry about all of the awkwardness because I'm gonna give it to you so that you can do it in a fun way. People would rather talk about sex or infidelity. They feel more comfortable talking about those topics than they do about talking about money and how they handle their funds. That is how taboo the topic of finances and dating, or even finances and relationship, is. People just don't feel as comfortable talking about it. So here are some ways to talk about money in a conversational, fun way while dating. So ladies, you meet a guy, he's handsome, you're going on a first date. It's a lunch date. The consensus is that you don't bring up money on the first date. I agree with that. However, there are ways to make the person feel comfortable when it comes to the who pays question. Ladies, have you ever been on a date or a meetup and you're not sure if the guy is going to pay? To the guys, just to clear up any confusion about who's going to pay, if you are asking the woman out and you plan on paying, you may add something like "my treats," just to be very clear. You can also ask her out in a way that shows that you're willing to pay. So you can say, "I'd like to take you out to lunch sometime," instead of saying, "Would you like to get lunch?" Now, when it comes to actual conversation, you are past the first date, here are some ways to bring up money. Literally, you bring it up in casual conversation. What is something that we always ask while dating? We ask what the person is doing on the weekend or what they like to do for fun. You can make it lighthearted when discussing plans for the weekend or favorite hobbies. For example, you can mention your interest in saving for a trip or investing in a new hobby. This is going to naturally open up the topic for more conversation. So you can say something like, "I'm saving up for a trip to go to South Africa. Are you saving up for anything?" Or you could even say, "Well, what places have you traveled to, and where do you want to go next?" You can ask questions like these early in the dating phase, and it's very nice and casual. Now, you may be thinking, it's not about the money. I want to get to know the person. I want to get to know their hearts. Yes, but money is the #1 cause of arguments in relationships, and it's the #2 cause for divorces. So getting comfortable talking about money in the dating phase and understanding if you're aligned with that person is very important. The second thing that you can do is roll it into your goals and aspirations. This will tell you so much about how they spend their money and what they want in the future. As you increase your dates and you've gone on a few dates, you can begin to share some of your financial goals and aspirations, of course not getting too much into the nitty-gritty. So this can include career ambitions, desires of home ownership, or eliminating debt. By sharing your visions for the future, you can get insights into each other's financial values and priorities. I don't know about you, but it is highly attractive when a guy is talking about his vision and you can see that he has goals that he is actively pursuing. Plus, it allows for you to have a more solid foundation since money is the #1 reason for arguments in a relationship. So you will already have practice discussing money with your partner, which makes for a more strong, solid relationship. The third thing has to do with understanding attitudes toward money. Ladies, what if you were dating a Kanye West attitude when it comes to money versus dating a LeBron James attitude? Each one of those guys have different attitudes toward money. It's the whole thing of the spender versus saver and how much of a spender versus saver a person is. So another way to talk about money in the dating phase is to explore each other's attitudes towards money. This can be around saving, spending, or risk tolerance. Why not have these conversations up front to avoid assumptions and arguments later? Plus, understanding your partner's financial mindset can help you navigate potential differences and find common ground for future financial decisions. You've already talked about goals and aspirations, and at this point, you're getting more settled and you're getting to know the person even more. You can keep it lighthearted and you can keep it playful, and I like some of these questions by Northwestern Mutual. If you got a windfall of an extra $500 this month, what would you do with it? That's a question that you can ask while dating to see the person's mindset when it comes to finances. Another one, if you had a magic wand that could wipe away any of your debts, which debt would you choose? This not only takes away the awkwardness, takes away the judgment, but it helps you to develop your communication skills as a couple. You're getting vulnerable with one another in many ways, not just the typical way of vulnerability. Vulnerability also includes your finances. Now, if you see that this person has responded in negative ways about finances, then of course you don't want to discuss money with this person. Definitely develop a sense of trust before you start discussing more details regarding your finances. Now we're getting into the next phase. We're past dating and now we're in a relationship. Now you're adding more intimacy into your money conversations. This will help you work together better financially as a couple. Full transparency and honesty is best in this phase. Going into this phase, we're hitting number 4, which is talking about past experiences. So one of the ways to talk about money in this relationship phase is to talk about past experiences, share stories, positive and negative. This is going to provide context when it comes to your current attitudes and your current behaviors toward money. So you can talk about how you learned when it came to credit card debt, or how you learned when it came to student loan debt. You can go into conversation about how you want to teach your children or your future children a different way so that they can avoid some of the challenges that you had to go through. This can create a deeper understanding of each other's financial backgrounds. It can also help build trust in the relationship. Of course, talk about the positive also, such as when you saved for that big trip or you paid off your Macy's credit card. Open up here and your partner will too. Number 5. Have you ever seen couples or heard about couples where the other one had a secret large debt purchase that the other one didn't know about? According to experts, here's the thing to also discuss. If you have accrued a significant amount of debt, it is wise to share that with your partner. Share that with the person that you're in a relationship with. A stable relationship is going to involve planning for the future. So buying a home, owning cars, taking trips and vacations, having children. So money will be a part of your lifestyle as a couple. Now you're past the relationship phase. You are completely committed to this person. You know how the other person folds their towels. You know how they take their coffee. You are committed. So what should you do to make sure that your finances stay in order? Well, experts suggest having money dates, regular money dates. And what you do here is you set aside time to see where your money is going. Make plans for the money, and the two of you will discuss how you want to use money to create the lives that you want. In these sessions, you will talk about how the money will be used to bring your combined vision to life. Not only does this bring value to your relationship, but it also creates intimacy as well as excitement for your relationship. Now, if you aren't quite at the point where you want to date because you're working on some things in your life, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.